Hello, this is Greg Allison, the Green Greg's coming to you on the 17th of January 2020. Time on deck is 2021. This is a live stream here. Just Hello, this is Greg Allison, the Green Greg's coming to you on the 17th of January 2020. Time on deck is 2021. Yeah, I forgot to mute my main. It just came up automatically. So, all right, guys. It's been an interesting week here. More than interesting. I'm going to talk to you about what's been going on in the state capitals, a little bit about DC, and we'll just have some live chat. I don't plan to make this a long session. Oh, yeah, I forgot to start my timer. Not that we got to follow that. Sometimes I forget that. So let me go back to my main computer here. I want to see how we're doing on terms of who's in here tonight. Give me a second. Give me a second here. I want to be able to watch the chat here through my other computer if I can set it up. Yeah, it's getting kind of slow about it. All right, so all right, we got several people in the room already. That's awesome. Cool. Thank y'all for being here. For those that are just signing in or you're watching this after the fact, I'm doing this as a live session tonight. I didn't put an announcement out ahead of time because I still have issues syncing up my Zoom and my Google in terms of that. At least I figured out how to name it ahead of time. Hi, Short Yankee. How you doing? Blue Alien. All right. Yes, that's Fresh Red. We got a lot of our good guys in the room already, girls. So we're doing pretty good. We got 75. Wow, I'm impressed to get 75 so fast. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna do some sharing. You know, it's kind of interesting. You know, the FBI had put out this memo back several days ago, over a week ago, claiming there was going to be armed protests in all 50 state capitals. I go, what? You know, I'm hearing crickets. Where's this coming from? And so I really started, you know, I put it out. And in fact, I put out fillers in one of my videos. I said, have any of y'all heard of this? And had one or two people say, yeah, I heard something. But, you know, usually something like that, I'd be hearing a lot of chatter if you had that much activity coming of all 50 state capitals, armed protests. It'll make it sound like it was not what happened in D.C. last time. Now, we all know that there's been a lot of more peaceful protests in years past for people talking about preserving certain rights, if you know what I mean. But, you know, they were always peaceful, and these are not only some of the most peaceful protests you'd ever see. So this whole thing kind of had me caught by surprise, and they were thinking it'd be like what happened on the 6th of January. And well, I don't think so, but I got wondering why are they putting this out like that? And I was suspecting a trap. And so were a lot of other people. So a lot of people have been putting out "don't go," including me. It just sounded fishy. It sounded very. Am I buffering? I am coming off my main computer. I should not be buffering one darn second here. If it's buffering, it's definitely the network. I'm sorry, guys. I'm using my main computer, which is hard line hooked to the internet. It's supposed to be a real high speed connection. No Wi-Fi, no air signal. So if I'm buffering, that really stinks, guys. If I'm buffering, it's the platform because they don't like what I'm saying. But I haven't said anything. Yeah, Akbar said it's a trap. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So, well, the cool thing is, nothing happened today. That's the good news. The good news, well, there were at least 4 capital cities, not 50. Not even a tenth of that, 4 capital cities, as far as I know about, that had some small little protests where people showed up, and really nothing happened. There were people who showed up in Austin, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Salem, Oregon, and Lansing, Michigan. Now, we knew there's some groups going to show up in Lansing, Michigan, and more people were worried about these groups they call the Boogaloo Boys. Now, Boogaloo Boys, I don't know where that came from. You know, supposedly the Boogaloo Boys are just mad at everything. They're mad at government. And I don't think they've got any particular political affiliation even. They just hate government, it seems. I don't know what the deal with those guys are. It sound like anarchists or something. But some of them are well armed. They look like militias. So I haven't got this Boogaloo business figured out, but that's what they talk about a lot. It's Boogaloo. Well, Boogaloo didn't do anything this time around, at least. They thought that they would have a propensity to be very violent, maybe more so than a lot of groups. Oh, Storm Marcher, thank you so much. Storm Marcher says, hi, Greg, thank you for all you do. Who do you think will be president in the next 4 years? In the next 4 years? You mean over the 4 years coming? Look, guys, I've been hearing all this stuff about how somebody's going to pull some triggers and switches and things going to happen, and there's going to be all these announcements. I'm going to say right now, I don't know for sure, but I'm not putting too much faith and confidence in some of these things I'm hearing. We'll go into that a little bit more as we get along here. I'm really kind of think it's going to be Biden. And after that, I have no clue. I don't know if we'll have a country. Yeah, so there's all these stories that DC is a trap. And I've been hearing that for some time, and I kind of went back and forth on that a little bit. Wolfman says, hi, Green Greggs, I live about an hour away from you, North Alabama. All right, cool. You have to tell me where there, Wolfman, because I'm driving about an hour away for briefly tomorrow. So, yeah, so a lot of people have been saying, well, we're going to hear an announcement from the president at 8 o'clock Eastern, and this day, and that day, and that day, and that day, and all those times come and nothing's happened. And this was going to happen, that's going to happen, nothing happens. So I've heard that, we'd have an announcement over the emergency warning system and different things. Greg, let's see. Greg is the best. I feel so, oh, thank you. So sad for my children. Yeah, I'm sad for kids right now. I'm sad for the country. I'm just sad for the country. Oh, Redneck J-Dog loves your videos. You help me make better choices to be prepared for everything. That's what I'm trying to do here. As y'all know, my proposition, my channel is help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. I'm sorry about the focus on this camera. It's kind of going in and out as I move around. Oh, we have Stacy in the house. Hey, all right. Rainbow Food, please email me. I lost. Oh, so Rainbow's in here too? Wow. We got some cool people in the house tonight, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So I haven't gone through all the message. I'm just looking down from moment to moment and seeing some of the stuff scrolling. I'm actually watching it on my, here you are. Have you ever had a channel do that for you before? Yeah, I'm watching on one computer and talking on another one. Kind of makes it easier to handle than jumping back and forth between screens like I was doing. Now I'm looking up and down. So boiler mechanic, hold on, Mr. Allison, boiler mechanic. Yeah, it used to be a lot of boiler mechanics back in the day of steam engines. I'm going to show you some websites in a little bit. We're going to flip around some. There's a bit of a delay from the time you're seeing this and me talking it, and that's pretty obvious in the video. I can see that in the video here. So that's pretty typical of the channels these days. At one time, it was pretty close to being real time. I think back when we first started some of this stuff. So what I want to say, Jennifer Bucks, howdy. So what I want to say, guys, is it's a lot of uncertainty. A lot of uncertainty. People aren't going to be walking into a trap if they think it's a trap, that's for sure. And a lot of people think there's a trap being set. And I'm sure some of the people walking in are probably wondering if they're walking into a trap, vis-a-vis the inauguration or things to happen before then. Some people were saying on some channels that there would be an announcement either this afternoon or tomorrow through the emergency warning system. Well, this day's come and gone. Nothing's come out. So we got 260 watching. That's awesome. Give me some more thumbs up, guys. I want to get 78 thumbs up that I'm seeing, but 260 was kind of bumping around. It helps with the algorithms if you give me some of these. So what's really cooking? What's going down? Now, there's a lot of them wanting to go after Mr. T. A lot of people want to go after him and prosecute him after he goes bye-bye. So it might be, some people would think it would be better for him to make the case that he's what he's stating, improve it, and maintain where he's at. And I've been hearing that's exactly what it's going to do, and all this is set up just for that. But, I'm seeing him setting up to do pardons and all these other things. So I say don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. It's going to be interesting to see what goes down the next few days. In terms of, and they're still talking about, there's going to be all these trouble on Inauguration Day. They're expecting huge trouble. You got 25,000 National Guardsmen out there. They got everything blocked off. There may be somebody that's got something really sophisticated to pull off. Boy, that's hard to imagine. Hard to imagine how they're going to get through all that. That's asking for a lot of trouble. That would take a real big professional operation, more or less, let's say, to break through all those barriers and all those troops. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I think the probability of that happens about like a snowball in Hades. I don't expect anything in that regard, to be honest. I really don't. Now, some folks are afraid of an inside job from some disaffected members of the military, but they wouldn't get far pulling off something like that. So I'm really thinking there's not going to be much going down on the election day. I think it's going to be kind of like today. Might be a few people outside with some signs protesting, but I think it's quite likely to be a boring day, maybe. I say I've been talking all the time about other things, but just seeing the way things are going, maybe it'll be a boring day. Don't mean the days after won't be boring. Don't mean there isn't other things down the road. Our nation is still bitterly, sharply divided. Very much, very, very, very sharply divided. But if we get a little bit of a breather, it might be a chance for people to put on the rose-colored glasses and consider how other people see things. It might be an opportunity to reach out and try to make some peace. Hug somebody who you're in vile disagreement with. Shock them. Go out and find somebody who just totally disagrees with you and give them a big hug and tell them you love them, and then just watch them. There's nothing more radical than love, right? I mean, there's nothing that cures better. It's the best medicine in the world. But I don't know in the long run, these divisions in this country are so off the charts. Like I said, it's kind of like Humpty Dumpty, and he's already fallen off the wall, and all the king's horses are trying to put him back together with their hooves. And I don't know about you, but I think it's going to be kind of difficult to put eggshells together, glue eggshells back together with hooves. Wake up, Green Gregs. Do you think the military force is really for? Surely not for riot control. Well, I don't think there's going to be much riot with all them there. I think there may be, Greg, Second Amendment sanctuary countries pressing like wildfire. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I got some websites pulled up to talk that topic, and I probably shouldn't have said that, read that out loud like I just did. Got to be so careful on this platform here. So guys, I don't really know for a fact what's going to happen. I mean, it may be that the president's going to say, hey, things did not happen the way that they should have, and because of that, and I got all these proofs, and he might come out and he might do stuff. That's what some people think. That may happen, but it may not. A lot of people are 100% sure it's going to happen. I don't know. I really don't know. And one little thing that's always worried me in the back of my mind, though, Trump really seems to be on the side of taking down the deep state. He's looked to be that for a long time. But he did seem to throw Julian Assange under the bus, and that bothered me a lot. And I did a video about that. And the fact of the matter was, what really bugs me is he's still a billionaire. He came from New York. He used to be friends with the Clintons. And I always know there's something in Revelations that talks about the great deception. And it's going to be so powerful that even the elect would be fooled. And if we're in that day and time, what is that great deception? Is it upon us? Is this what we're dealing with? We keep hearing all this stuff with a letter that looks like this with a little tail hanging out of it. I don't even want to say it on the platform. You know what letter I'm talking about? It looks kind of like that. And a lot of people talk about that a lot. But there was a number of indictments that started, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 70,000. Now it's 200,000 supposedly indictments out there that's going to be taken care of here in the next day or two. And I'm going, well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yes, free Assange. There we go. There we go. Free Assange. Let's push that. Let's push our friend Assange. I'm gonna try to go catch up back on these notes in a minute. Y'all are really scrolling a lot of stuff in there. Oh, that's great. We got 369 people in the room. Oh, that's great. But only 162 thumbs up. So come on, guys, help my algorithms. Give me some more thumbs up, guys. Yeah, we got a really good crowd here tonight. I'm really happy with that. This is one of our bigger crowds we've had, maybe the biggest so far. People are equating tea as a Messiah. That is idolatry. Well, you got that right. You got that right. Jesus said, trust no one. Vicky, help me out with the language here. I know Vicky's in the room. What was the direct quote on trust no man, trust no one? Say, I did not try to delete. Okay. So what is the case there, guys? We're not supposed to put our faith in a human being. That's what it boils down to. And a lot of us, we put a lot of faith in. What we need faith in is our movement to make sure that the deep state don't run over us. I'm trying not to say all the trigger words here, guys. And maybe even saying, maybe I need to use code for that and say the DS, and let people figure out what the DS is. Some people say the DS is not real. Well, DS starts from nothing else. It would evolve naturally through agencies that are created to outlive their purposeness, and they want to keep going, and so they keep inventing stuff to stay in power and stay in office, and then they eventually form a clique amongst each other. Birds of a feather flock together. And I always told you guys, he had if you put together three little axiomatic sayings, birds of a feather flock together. He who has a goal makes a rule, and power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. You can see how all these agencies develop into something that would be a DS, just naturally. Good old boy clubs. Why is it that we have more people working for the Department of Agriculture than there are farmers in America? Why is that? Does that make any sense? Well, it does to them. Then you get some people like Miss Nancy P, who has to say, oh, we couldn't cut another penny from the budget. Okay, how about just eliminating a ton of these three-letter agencies? What? Most of them are so in bed with the regulator is in bed with the regulatee so much that it's incestuous practically. I mean, they're so, they're not serving the people, they're serving each other. And the agencies wind up serving the companies, not us, not the people. And that kind of, and they regulate us and try to put us out of business for the sake of the big companies. And that's what's got a lot of people upset in this country. And a lot of people are upset with these DSers, if you will, for many reasons. But I would say the DS thing is running a little deeper. It goes further back. And you know what I'm talking about. We got our friends, our great friends, the so-called banksters, right? Aren't they our good friends? Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I'm not going to go into that too much, but I'm off on a tangent here, aren't I? But, hey, if you're a billionaire, you're probably a lot more tied into the bankster types. Kennedy Center got more money than got people. There you go. There you go, the American one. So there's just a lot of stuff like that to be concerned about. Carly Edwards says $600 for citizen gave themselves raises and millions overseas. Yeah, they pump money overseas, and a lot of that's coming back because all these studies. And who's actually going to do the studies? Well, it's them and their little buddies and friends. They'll make sure they know who gets that money. So FAA. Well, somebody's got to at least keep the air traffic going. I mean, there's some use to some of them. They might get a little out of joint though in many cases. Now, Wake Up says, don't you have any chat mods? Yeah, there's mods in here. What's going on? I do have mods. I got a lot of mods. Uh-oh. Something happened here. I saw someone murdered, I thought. Vicky and some of other people. I don't see any wrenches though. That's odd. Guys, we can't. I saw some stuff getting deleted, and then what's happened here? Yeah, there's about 30,000. Okay, everybody, Be nice and be civil. Don't say any wordy, dirty stuff in here. Okay, sustainable service in here. So we got Stacy here. Yeah, we got a mod. Yeah, we got some other people are mods. Thank you. I should have a ton of mods on my channel. Usually do. I never have a chat. The mods aren't all over the place. So good. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. So there's Amanda. All right, Amanda B. Thank you, Amanda. Good to see you. Yes, we got mods. And I think there's a couple of them just being quiet right now. Okay, so all is on, Greg. That's my last name. All is on. You got it. All the sun. All the sun. All is on. Pretty close, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm just making the point that we don't know what to expect yet. It could get crazy. It could get interesting. It could be horrific, or it could be a big nothing burger. Today was essentially a nothing burger compared to what the FBI had been warning us of. Add another one, Greg. All right, I have to find a. Yeah, we do seem to be running a little thin tonight. Yeah, we had a couple that were in here. I wonder what happened. They were in here earlier. So I'll just kind of watch you guys a little bit, and I might make one or two of you a mod tonight. Yeah, might be time to make a few more. We've had some regulars. Now, I thought I saw, let's see here. Hey, are you in the room, Sweeps? Sweeps, are you here? Okay. Takes a minute for people for me to see the responses, because there's a delay. There's a lag. I tried to say delay and lag at the same time. Delag. So it's like a stalagmite, right? Anyway. Let's see. And Amanda says, even down here, we have full love coverage all day on Channel 9. Okay. Ken Ruffian, hi, Greg. Got to be up early. Stay safe. So you're going to bed. All right. Good night, Ken. So sorry if I'm starting this stuff. So there's Vicky. I knew she was in here. I don't know how I became a mod, but I sure didn't ask for it. You became a mod because I nominated you, because I have so much faith in you, Vicky. I know you do a good job. All right. So Doom Chaser, howdy, and wake up. I still banned from your channel. Banned? I don't know. You're in here talking. I don't know what you mean banned. Looks like you're talking to us. Oh, are you talking to somebody else? That's about being banned from their channel. Okay. All right. Well, guys, if you're nice, people won't be banning you. So Cyrus won't win this time. Okay. Is that somebody running for office there? His worms are sleeping. Yeah, they might be asleep out there. It's kind of cool. They'd be happy to go to sleep. All right, so let's do some sharing here. Let's kind of look at some of this, what I was talking about. We have 462 people in the room. That's awesome. I so much appreciate that, folks. We're going to do a little bit of sharing here. We're going to look at some videos, show you some things here. Oh, there's me. I'm sharing her own thing here. Hang on, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, holy smoke, crazy ads. Los Angeles Times here. Los Angeles Times. Nationwide protest. Authorities feared by Trump supporters failed to materialize. Did he? All right. That's funny. Sorry about resharing the same thing here. So what it said here is pretty much it was a nothing burger. The FBI had gave a lot of warnings and not much came out of it. As I see, they should be in here somewhere talking about where the word at. Washington, D.C., where the Capitol was encircled with a high metal fence patrolled by police, thousands of armed National Guard officers. Officers spotted one man with a holster about a mile from an iconic building. Well, okay. No, without a license, well, he probably got arrested for that. I do know a guy got arrested yesterday, and he just kind of got off track, and turns out there was nothing wrong with him. He had no ill intent. So, New Mexico County Commissioner wanted by the FBI, a county commissioner, in connection with let's see, I don't want to say some words out loud, but you'll see what I'm looking at. Oh, pretty much a nothing burger day. Like I said, there's folks showed up in 4 cities that we know of: Austin, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Salem, Oregon, and Lansing, Michigan. And it was really nothing happened. They just kind of showed up. Let's see, what's this? This is Austin. Yeah. Now they were armed, but supposedly these guys that showed up in Austin said that this was planned before the election thing and it had nothing to do with the election at all. Just what they were doing. Let me see if we can do a few of these other articles. This is Lansing. So here's what happened, in Lansing. And basically nobody there. So about 200 showed up and then they just kind of dispersed. It didn't stay long. Let's see what it shows in here. There's some recap. Live Sunday updates from Michigan Capitol protest in Lansing. So this is the Lansing State Journal. And somewhere here. So it gives different timestamps here. This is updated 3/25. We all remain high state of awareness. Nothing was happening. Yeah, about 3 p.m. 2:40. I think it's centered somewhere. They got down to about 20 people. Well, more reporters trying to crowd around whoever's there, and there are people there in that photograph. So I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't no big happening day apparently. So some people showed up. Looks like they got rain, so the rain might have rained them out some. But it wasn't a whole lot going on there. Curiosity led Brian. Okay, so this was somebody was not happy there. Essentially, it was a nothing day. Now here they are in. This is Austin American Statesman. So here are the guys that showed up in Austin. Look at this mask. Looks like you got teeth, but look like you got a tongue sticking out there. Isn't that funny? So I don't know, skull teeth and a tongue. That don't look too funny. It looks like that might be serious. That's a big little pole you got there. All right, so I shouldn't be showing those kind of pictures. I guess that might give me a bang, but that's not what this video is about. It's not what this video is about. This video is about nothing much happening. So, crowd of 100 people, it says, and they were focused on their rights, supposedly, gathered peaceably for a few hours Sunday, and apparently they've done this before. This is nothing that hadn't happened. So hey, we're just here. You got what is that on his? Is that Texas or a leaf or something? His mask. We condemn the actions of those who breached the Capitol, one of them said. Okay. So they're not there to cause problems, apparently. They just want people to know, hey, we want to keep our rights. That's all. That looks like something. That was highly familiar to me. So, Hibiscus Society. Like a flower club. All right, so that's pretty much, and they said in here that they showed up at an event that was pre-planned before the elections, didn't have anything to do. Oh yeah, here it says not about the election in that article, but this stated further in there. Now here's an interesting case. I don't know if anybody have seen this lady talking to Congress. She's going to be going places in the party of R, I do believe. Let's to her. Oh, yeah, I got the sound turned off on this thing. But I don't know if anybody ever watched Gary Frenchie. He's got an interesting channel here, Next News Network, and he's in here talking. I may have to turn the sound on just to. I don't want to get into this. Y'all can go check this video out yourself. And he's got this part in here where several of the quoting several. I don't know. Maybe I will play it. I have to think about that. I'll come back to it. Now, we was talking about our amendment, the freedoms that we want to protect. And I think Stacy brought some of this up. Sanctuary states. Well, Texas has some sanctuary counties, and now the governor said the whole state should be a sanctuary state. So probably Texas is going to move in this direction. I had mentioned to some of you guys a bill that's held in Mississippi, and this bill, Interstate Compact on the Amendment Sanctuary, right? That one. Authorized state of Mississippi to enter in with other southern states. And that's what they were proposing. Unfortunately, that's what I tell you guys happens to most bills. Most bills have this fate right here. They don't make it out of the committee. That is usual. So that's failed. That don't mean it can't be reintroduced, okay? So, but this came up back in March. If they had known that there was going to be a commander-in-chief who would turn around and say, you got to give up all your stuff, this probably would have sailed through. So I bet this is going to have high prospects next time around. And so some of us, we've started this, and Stacy can tell you about it. We've started our Freedom Restoration Foundation. And that's, one of the things we're looking to push for is Constitution sanctuary states, okay? Even counties if the state won't go along with it. So, Virginia, there's a lot of sanctuary counties because of the government they now have in Richmond, which was funded by our old friend Mike Blumersberger. I say friend somewhat facetiously, okay? Now, that kind of further underscore the kind of things I was talking about, the uncertainty. I was seeing yesterday tons of articles saying that Angela Merkel had resigned. I mean, I saw that coming from just several different directions. Angela Merkel had stepped down. She resigned. She gave the government to this person. This, it was that, and it's this and that. Well, you know what? It's kind of crickets out there in the media, even the German media. Here's Der Spiegel, which is the German news paper. And Spiegel is Mirror auf Deutsch in German. Spiegel is a mirror. So this is their main paper, the main German paper. Look, first thing it comes up on is what's going on over here. And we got the attention of the world. Der Spiegel, der means the, okay, auf Deutsch. This is their English version. So they do have an English version of their paper. So they got some interesting articles here. But what you don't see, I don't see anything about Merkel. Crickets. Except there's some article about the next administration working with her. I saw her somewhere. There she is. With Putin. And if you go look up Angela Merkel's on Wikipedia, it still shows her as the chancellor. And here it's referring to her still as the chancellor. I don't know, guys. I had seen so many things saying that she was gone. But look here, she's all over. Oh, should have got ad popped up or something. Or I skipped down. There we go. This is how they look at it. Things can only get better. I look ahead at the German-American relationships. And who they're showing together there. So I don't know, guys. It's certainly highly suspicious here if you're expecting a change in that regard. I don't know. If you look her up, if you look up Germany on Wikipedia, it shows her still is the chancellor. If you look her up, also it still shows her as holding that position. So it seems hard to substantiate her having stepped down based on those kind of inputs. And I've seen, like I said, I saw tons of articles. I saw articles about the Netherlands having the government resign in mass. I saw articles about several countries. It's like the world was falling apart yesterday, according to the articles I was seeing. But when you go look at all the news media, it's crickets. But then that's not the only thing. It's crickets in the news media. And sometimes things that's happening is crickets. So you can't rely on the news media. You probably can't rely on their news media anymore. We can't on our own. If you know what I mean. It might be all DS. France, Italy, Germany. Yeah, all European nations are following. They may be, Amanda. They may be. It's just not being reflected here. And there's other things not being reflected here either. I'm just saying it's all highly curious. They may be toppling. Because I was hearing things coming out of Washington, D.C. that you won't see on the news media either from a couple days ago. Oh, there we are again. So I'm going to stop this sharing. We're just going to chat a minute here. Or I might go share again shortly. We might look at some other things. So, Lee Wilbarger, I talked with him several times starting, Saturday. And he had told me that as of Friday, there had been massive jamming of the RF systems in Washington, D.C. for the policemen and firemen and a lot of the federal agencies there. bear in mind, military has their own communication systems. I don't know if their operations were getting jammed or not, but I have seen several mobile antennas that were set up in the DC area. So what the extent was, Will Barger said the maritime frequencies weren't jammed. He said the frequencies of the aircraft weren't jammed. Apparently, everything's still operational now, or up. I don't think there's much jamming going on now. And it may not have been 100% jamming, but whatever it was, they couldn't find the equipment, and it seemed to be omnidirectional coming from everywhere. This could be a sign of something that might happen on Inauguration Day. This could be a forewarning or foreboding, or it might have been something meant to scare people. It might have been meant to scare a delay into the inauguration, or to get the people to take it somewhere else, someplace which would have been crazy, less secure kind of place. So I don't know what that was about, but my verification that is that Lee Wilbarger, many of you know him, many of you watch his channel. He's been spending his time, almost all his time, doing just one after another live session on Washington, D.C. and the lockdown there, just constantly. He's been broadcasting this live for days now, and he's good at these live broadcasts where he takes in the websites of all these different places. I can pull one up. We could go to look at the close a few of these others out. We could definitely go in and look at leave some of that open. We could look at the DC airport. I could pull up a few. Now I don't have the software to do 4 different windows the way that Lee does. He's got better software for managing these things than I do, but he's got some interesting stuff there. He does a good job at showing these things. But now Lee worked for decades in various federal agencies in the DC area, within defense and some of the intel agencies, Pentagon. He spent a lot of time at the Pentagon, especially back in 9/11. He's had a lot of experience in that area. And he's an inventor, and he does deal with RF systems a lot, and he's setting up an RF system of his own right now so that we don't lose comms if things go bad. And I've had him on my channel a couple of times, and was planning to do a video with him today, but we just didn't sync up. I wanted to get follow-up on some of these things he was saying and bring it to you on this channel and just kind of explore it, some kick it around. And we'd planned to do that, but we just couldn't sync our schedules up. It just didn't happen today. I expect he'll be back on real soon. He wants me on his channel too sometime soon, so I'm expecting something in that regard. I just don't know when it's going to happen. So let me see if I can find this DC thing. I was there a minute ago. If I look at history, it should come up in my history. There we go. I might pull this up and let it play a little bit while we talk, just kind of in the background. I wonder if it's got any sound to it. Oh, I got my computer itself muted off. That's why I can't hear anything. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share the screen. Give me a second. I'll let this play while we talk. Share screen. Go back to it. There it is. This is live at Reagan National in Washington, D.C. You can see a lot of traffic. The traffic moving here. And of course, this is the airport is just on the south side of the Potomac there. I've flown in and out of there a lot of times, and you actually come in right over the river, flying in. That's kind of a neat approach to take when you can see all the monuments like that. That's awesome. I love flying in and out of Reagan. Flown in and out of Dulles several times, out of DFW and up in Maryland, Baltimore. I've flown in and out of all these places. Worst crowd I ever saw in my life was at DFW right after 9/11. I waited in line there, I believe, probably 5 hours. It was awful. It was terrible. I bet it was longer than that. It was awful. Gosh, they even hired clowns to entertain people while we were there. So there you go, guys. That's the picture of what's going on there. It looks nothing's too exciting right now. I got a lot of pretty flashy lights. How's that look? Santa loves his flashy lights, right? So there we go. That's a pretty scene to have in the background, if nothing else. Good place, good scene for a background to talk to. Uh, so Lee was telling me that they were trying to get him to come back to fix them, and he had a lot of discussions with them about that. Uh, but apparently the comms are working there now, so maybe the jamming stopped. I haven't heard any report of them finding who did it. I haven't heard any report of that. They were scattered around and couldn't find them. Last I heard, I was hoping to get a hold of him about that. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Raymond Fuller. Awful for sure. I used to work with Raymond. Raymond went out west. So good to see you here, Raymond. He used to work at Marshall Space Flight Center, and now he's working at one of the ones I believe in California. Where are you at, Raymond? Which one are you working at now? So let's scroll through here. I'm going to scroll text and just see what you guys have been saying. But so the upshot is there's a lot of rumors going around. It's hard to substantiate any of them. It's just there's rumors and rumors of rumors, like wars and rumors of wars, rumors of rumors about rumors. I believe it's just there's a lot of stuff flying around out there. It's just who knows what's coming, what's going to happen, if nothing at all. I hope it's a nothing burger again, but who knows? Boiler mechanic, Cosmic Gandalf. Where'd you get that? All right, so let's. Raymond Fuller says, perhaps you can visit Epcot Center, Disney, to enhance your ethnic perspective. Oh my God, you're funny there, Raymond. Yeah, what a false place. Yeah, right. Hey, I've been to a lot of cities around the world. One of my favorite was Moscow, believe it or not. So let's see what everybody's saying here. Messages were deleted here. Okay, so we got some active, mods are active tonight. So let's see here. I'm just kind of going through the messages, see what folks have said here, what I missed. Wake up. Man, that started Trump. No wars ever other one you started. Yeah, Trump has not started any wars. That's true. He's been pulling troops out. You know, it used to be until 9/11 come along that Democrats would get us in wars and the Republicans would take us out. That used to be kind of the rule of thumb, what was said in general. Yeah, I went in the Army under Carter. He didn't actually start a war, but I thought I was going to Iran. Had all my stuff packed up at Pope Air Force Base, ready to go, and we'd been sequestered for 2 weeks on base. I lived off base at the time. Now there was an action there, and it failed for lack of spare parts and just dumb stuff like that, which didn't surprise me. I've talked about that in the past. Let's see. Let me go through some of these messages. Mickey Mooney, hello, just came up for 5 minutes. I guess you're gone again. Sorry about that. I missed you. So you don't know, my mom says they'll protest on Wednesday. Well, let's hope the protests are peaceful and outside the line. I don't want to see anything getting crazy. I guess myself, I'm doing bongs, rips, and dab hits. Oh, well, okay, that's interesting. Your name is War Against Myself, and you're saying I'm doing bongs, rips, and dab hits. So is that part of the war against yourself? Boiler mechanic, Italian government in shambles too. Yeah, I'm hearing all these things, guys. Raymond loves the German lessons. Oh, that's why you was talking about the international stuff. Ha ha ha. All right, so I went back to the beginning of the notes. So he heard me talking the German junk, so he thought I should go to Disneyland to get some lessons. Yeah, she's still Chancellor of Germany. That's what I'm saying. But you know, I've been telling you, I've been seeing all kind of stuff out there. Off to retirement 2021. Okay, says this is Stacy. All left European nations are falling. France, Italy, Germany, USA. Commonwealth, that's why I'm Brexit. Well, we know Amanda B is down in Australia. Please trust me. A little cockney there, right? It's what I like in Western Canada, where a whole lot of people spoke I doodle. A is short for a doodle, and a doodle is short for something else, a little more colorful. War and the pain The war, the pain, the fear, the power, the money. Yeah. Man, I can't go on. Can't go PN. What I don't. Oh, PN. Okay, I'm a little slow tonight. Craig, Wikipedia claims CO2 levels only as 1,000 parts per million during the Cretaceous period and pre-industrial levels at 280. Possible. Synthesis of, yeah, okay, yeah, plants have got to have, I think actually 180 is the lower limit for plants. And I think we got close to that toward the end of the last ice age. So you don't want to go too low. And I think, you know, what the plants actually seem to be primed at like 1,100, 1,200 parts per million. That's what greenhouses shoot for. Is plants seem to love that. So that may be where we used to be way back when, and that seems to be what they respond best to. Yeah, so I've been sent odd articles today, which really struck my fancy about how the oceans are going to be too warm for baby sharks and be no more sharks. I'm going, you know, we've had in the history of sharks, the Earth was the warmest 50 million years ago, and sharks pre-existed that. So I see these kind of articles all the time. Well, this is going to die out, and that's not going to exist because the ocean's getting too warm. It's getting too warm. Like, excuse me, we've been warmer. In fact, it was warmer in the late medieval period when the Vikings were going to Greenland. Warmer then than it is now. So, you know, how's all this doomsday stuff come up? I'm not saying that we're in a great place, guys, but, you know, let's have a little perspective here. We came back from that. So whatever the case is, Storm Watcher, if we get hit by an EMP, it will fry my generator. How can I protect it? Well, it depends. Your electronic components will be most vulnerable. Anything coming over a power line is going to be vulnerable to an E3. I mean, the power line will pick up the long wave signal, so you got to worry about stuff like that on a power line. But you're not on a power line with a generator, so you won't get the long wave. You'd only get the short wave components with a generator, and that's what usually fries electronics. So it might be okay, but the best way to protect it is not have it plugged up. And you know, electronics, to have them in a Faraday cage. And I did a Faraday cage video a while back. I took it down recently. I actually delisted it, made it private. But I will do some more on that in the not too distant future. So Faraday cages is the best things you can have. Have to sign out. My ride is going to turn into a pumpkin. Oh, Michael, hope you're doing well. So let's see, old as dirt. Somewhere in the house. If I see old as dirt, I might make him a mod here in a minute. Let's see. Or I guess myself says me. Love pugs. Soulside Joel's Wake Up does have her own channel and is not a troll. Okay. Oh, well, Wake Up saying something, got somebody excited here. Yeah, one thing we don't do in my channel is use colorful language. That's, you know, I do participate in some channels as a mod, and have taken down some people for saying things that were a little wordy dirty, just to have the person that runs the channel say we don't do that here. So if I do that, my apologies on those channels. But my channel here, I consider this a family channel, so I don't want to entertain lewd language, dirty language. I ask everybody to keep your mouth, you know, clean. I'm not claiming to be a saint, guys. I'm just saying that's just not where I want my channel to be. I want us to stay clean and not go too colorful. Not on here, because I you know, I got a couple of younger people that do come in here from time to time, and we have a lot of people with a lot of faith in this in my channel. So let's not offend people. Some people, you know, it's just not right to be offending people, and I don't want people offended on any front. I don't want people in here barking racism. I don't like that. I don't like racism. I have no room for that in my life, people around me. So don't go there. I might be a little on the conservative side, but some people confuse that with racism. That don't fly in my quarters, my friends. It don't fly at all. So please don't go there. You know, we want to keep this friendly. We want to stay friendly in here, all right, with everyone. You know, we've got, I'll tell you this, there's good and bad people anywhere in the world. You go to any nation in the world, any tribe in the world, any city in the world, you'll find good people. People with good hearts, people that are a lot smarter. You might be out in the middle of a jungle. You might discover those people are a lot smarter than you think. In fact, there's some places there's countries where there's people that are living in really backward areas that have really good educations, just don't have good economic opportunities in their country. So don't go around looking down at people. Don't be like Michael Bloomberger looking down on everybody in the flower country or farmers and factory workers. He thought farmers have no brains. He said, well, I got electrical engineering. Well, guess what? I have an electrical engineering degree too. So the heck with Mike Bloombergers. Mike Bloomer's Burgers, I called him in a video. I did a poem. I ripped him really good in my poem. I had a lot of fun doing it too. So don't be looking down on people. It's just not right. And and if somebody is not where you're at, in regards to, they got some problems, that's the reason to look down on them. Maybe they're not intelligent. They may probably can't help it. Maybe they may have had a problem. Don't be judgmental. Don't be looking down on people, for Pete's sake. It's not good. So's I, Jules. I recommended my grandkids to watch this channel to learn about all sides. Well, thank you. See, I appreciate that. And that's what it's all about. I tell people, how many times have you heard me say, put on your rose-colored glasses and consider how other people think? And what I mean by that, if you're new to my channel, the rose-colored glasses is a worldview. Everybody has a worldview. Once you have a worldview, you have a confirmation bias, basically, in which the information you take in, you interpret in such a way that it reinforces the information or the worldview that you already have. And so people have referred to that as rose-colored glasses. As a matter of fact, I first learned this from Sergeant Spivey when I was in primary leadership school at Fort Richardson, Alaska, back in 1982. And he was a really brilliant man. I thought maybe I'll be like him. One day he might just come through my channel and go, what? He's talking about me? Really smart man. I hope he's doing well. He was a black sergeant, and I admired him very much. And it was kind of funny. I was doing really well there in the primary leadership school. And I made, I tied for the most distinguished honor grad or something like that. And essentially, or tied for second place, I had an E6 got first place. Now, how do you have an E6 in a school for people to get an E5 stripe? That didn't make no sense to me. But the funny thing was, there was another black guy sitting in the class, and he would like look at me and he'd be muttering under his breath. I keep looking at this guy and go, and he'd be like looking at me. What is this guy muttering? I said, hey, what are you muttering over there? And so finally I got him. He said, Hitler's perfect soldier. I said, what are you talking about? He said, Hitler's perfect soldier. What are you talking? He said, I'm talking about you. I said, you got to be kidding me. No. He thought, I guess because I'm blonde, I was the soldier type back in the day. I didn't have this long hair like I got now. I was skinny and I was professional, soldier. And I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, but you know what was funny? By the end of that course, so he was having some trouble. He was struggling that course. I'm the guy that pulled him through that course, and he loved me from there. His nickname was Mr. T. He was a big, tall guy. I mean, this guy was ginormous. That man loved me to death. I could do no wrong to him after that. I mean, I helped him through that course. I pulled him through that course. And, I'd see him. He came from Fort Greeley. We were both stationed at Fort Greeley, and we were both TDY to Fort Richardson. Man, he would always be so happy to see me after that. So, I had my own, squad there, and I had people that followed me, and he was one of them. And that's just the way it was. And that's the way I am. As many of you know, I have a black daughter. So I got no room for racism. Her mom is from Kenya. In fact, my daughter, her mom just got back from Kenya. Hey, I think Raymond Fuller, Raymond, is it your wife? Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm off base here. You can slap me. But your wife, I believe, is also from another country, right? Hey, there's Sweeps. Farmers have a great understanding of our biology. Good point, Mr. Greg. Well, thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. So, bam. Sweeps, you're a moderator. You have been promoted to moderator. Storm Watcher, put your Put your face back on the screen. What? My face. Oh. Okay. Stop the share. Sorry, guys. How y'all doing? Y'all got tired of seeing the airport, eh? Well, it did have pretty lights, right? No dirty words, only dirty worms. There you go, Alexander. No wordy dirds. Astro Zombie Apocalypse. People's hearts and characters are what are important. That's really it. Oldest Dirt says, you're a good man, Greg. Keep up the good fight. Got to go now. Okay. Oldest Dirt, good to see you here, bud. I see him a lot of channels. He gets around. Amanda, too many deaths already. You're right, Amanda. Too many. We don't need all this craziness that we're dealing with in the world today. The more I learn, the more I understand. Yeah, that's right. Jessa Leanne says, watching some of your other interviews online, you boggle my mind with those questions, but I love the mind candy. You want to tell me some more about that, Jesse? Amanda Burke. What are we looking at here? Oh yeah, we were at DCX. No, we were at the. Excuse me. Got rockets on my brain. We were at the Ronald Reagan National Airport in Washington D.C. So there was that rocket, the DCX. I got stuck in my things crossing. My neurons are firing at each other. I just throw them in the head. All right, well, I caught up again. Looks like. Says Kenny McCorn. Let's give thumbs up. Yeah, we only got 373 thumbs up. We got 417 people in the room. I guess my former co-worker Raymond is out of the room. Raymond is, I think Raymond's somewhat on the liberal side of the ledger. I may be wrong. He picks on my post I put on Facebook a lot. So let's see here. Carolina Sun Farms. Why no military? We have all kind of military in DC. It's National Guard. Sweeps. Oh, thank you. Guys, we are building a farm in Arizona. Let's start a fund. Greg's second worm farm. And we need help workers and fundraisers, please. Much love. There you go. So it's looking like, I don't know if you want me to tell folks, but she's pretty much said it. Yeah, I've got a place in Arizona, about 40 acres out there. And I'm looking at keeping this place here and running that place there. Part of the strategy for that is I'll be able to deliver worms locally on both sides of the country, so I can do local shipping. It'll save me a little money, but it means more importantly, the worms have got a better chance of surviving. Also, the smaller ship, I'm going to reduce the size of shipments I ship. I got to completely redo my website, so I'm not going to be able to ship any worms until I get my website rebuilt. And somehow I got to find time to do that. I'm going to learn some other tools. Hopefully, these will be tools that I can use and change things more readily than the old clunky website I used to have up, which I used to program with some software called Web Easy, which was anything but easy. It was kind of aggravating. It was real clunky. So I got to get out of that clunky stuff and come up with something truly easy. So I've got something called, what is it? I've got set up where I can get 5 websites set up in WordPress, and we've got somebody should be building us one for our Freedom Restoration Foundation right now. And I've got 4 other sites set up. I got to get my Power Grid Defense site rebuilt, and we're going to build a new worm site, and I might put up some other websites later. Everybody is ignorant just on different subjects. Ignorant can learn, stupid refuses to learn. Oh, that's true. Somebody accusing me of being ignorant about something. Didn't say I know everything in the world. Brian Coy says, in the book, the last president of the White House gets blown up. Really? On 1/20/21? Wow. You know, a lot of people said Trump would be the last president. Some prophet supposedly said that. I don't know, guys. But you know, the Simpsons, I've shown it in some of my videos, that little Simpsons rendition where Homer's sitting on top of a house and he's got some soup strainers on his knees, and he's got some cheese graters on his arms, and he's got pot on his head, and he's got a phone book strapped to his chest and a shotgun. And he's swilling some kind of drink, probably a beer. But the whole world around him is exploding, blowing up, burning, lava pits, and these big robots walking around. So it was kind of an apocalypse scene. The date was, yes, the 20th of January 2021. Let's hope that's not what happens. But I don't know, guys. Where did that, he had that cartoon with the guy with the horns. Where did that come from? I don't know. So, time to water the tree. Hey, that's my language. Let's see. You will cook your worms in Arizona. No, I'm going to dig the jalapenos out to put them in. I've seen where other people raise worms in high deserts. I'm not in Phoenix. I'm not in the Phoenix area. That's pretty hot. There is a worm farm in Phoenix. I actually sold them worms last spring. So, yeah, there's a worm farm in Phoenix, but I actually sold worms to them myself. When you look, some of my best customers have been other worm farmers. That probably won't be true now because I'm going to cut down the shipment sizes. I'm not going to ship anything over 2 pounds. Amanda Burke, I hate worms. Let's see. Jeremiah says, how many weeks from 11/16 when Biden? Oh yeah. Paula Harris, Greg and chat. Hello, late to the party. Well, welcome to the party. Well, still got 431 people here. We've got a pretty good crowd here, guys. And Mist Dragon says the Hager, the horrible cartoon. Yeah, maybe that's it. Victory says, in a world of hurt has never meant more. Yeah, I got you where we're at right now. See, Diane said, let's pull it down. To eat, the World Forum asked for all countries to eat meatless food such as mealworms and substitute for meat, not earthworms. There are people who eat earthworms, but World Forum, Great Reset, Mr. Klaus Schwab. Yeah, Klaus Schwab. So, Souls, anything about, yeah, don't be using language of violence in my chat, please. It could get us shut down. Your comments could get us shut down. And so that's nothing the moderators are looking for. Don't use threatening language. Don't talk violence. Let's keep it clean and let's stay nice. Let's stay peaceful here, okay? Let's share the love. The best way to fight hate is with love. It's just like the best way to fight darkness is light. Let there be light. Let there be love. Be the love light. Shine your love light to the world. All right. And Diana says, thanks, Greg, for reading my comment. I don't eat GMOs or Frankenfood. I hear you there, Carlita. Well, they're wanting to make us Franken people, aren't they? Is that what they're doing? I don't know. Of course, we got Mr. Franken. Mr. Frankenman is the biggest farm owner in the United States. I bet he wouldn't know what to do with a bean seed. I may be wrong. So somebody that's in our channel I chatted with earlier today told me that she would just love just to sit in the room and talk to him. There's a lot of people that I don't like that I would love just to sit down and talk with. Just a person-to-person conversation, just to see where we come from. I might remember I did a video from Jimmy Carter's high school steps, the steps of his high school back in the spring, early spring. And I wouldn't mind sitting down and just chatting with him. Now his policies, I don't care for them at all, but I definitely chat with him. Same with Bill Clinton. That would be kind of sleazy. I'd probably take a shower after talking with Bill. Hillary, oh, I don't know. That woman scares me. she scares me. What scares Greg's? Hillary. When I tell my kids I was scared of, what I always tell my kids and my grandkids I was scared of, they'd ask me if I was scared of bears and wolves and lions and all this thing. Nah. They want to know what I was scared of. I always tell them butterflies. That would tickle them. Scared of butterflies. Hillary's no butterfly, though. I don't know. Don't take a cigar with Bill from Bill. Good point. You don't know where that cigar's been. Ooh-wee. Really good point. Good point. So now that you said that, there we go. I did not have sex with that woman. It was my cigar. My cigar did. Oh my gosh. But I smoked that cigar. That was one good cigar. Yeah, so not me. Not me smoking Bill cigars. You got a good point. No. I wouldn't want that. I got a little cough today. Sorry about that, guys. Pardon me. Anywho, now that I've opened it, I'm gonna have to smoke it. I don't smoke cigarettes. Every once in a blue moon, I'll smoke a cigar or a pipe. Every once in a blue moon. So as I was laughing. Greg, do you think earthworms are much healthier as a substitute to eat than mealworms? I read mealworms carry bacteria, parasites, and pathogens. The World Farm expert countries to boil them. Well, I didn't boil any of them. I cook them. I wouldn't eat them raw. But look, there's people. There's a guy that comes in my channel a lot, Grant McIntosh. He's ate live worms live on his channel. Back when he do live chats, just for thumbs up, he would eat a worm. All right, give me another thumbs up, and he would eat worms. We got 419 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. 7 thumbs down. All right, guys, if you're gonna give me a thumb down, tell me what your beef is. What's your gripe? What you don't like? Come on, guys. You're gonna give me a thumb down. Let's hear it. Randy's laughing. All right, let's scroll back. Let's see what kind of stuff we got here. Oh, hillbilly. Christ said, oh, hillbilly said, Christ said, love one another as I have loved you. And that was his last commandment. There we go. So people love that comment from me. I was saying that. Let's see. HW Liberty. Let's see his favorite. Aged cigar. Okay. I have no issues with using my hammer. There you go, Solza. The hammer, your wrench. Use your wrench as a hammer. We've done that. So, well, I'm scared of butterflies. Were you MK Ultra victim? It's a joke. Hardware Liberty. HW Liberty. We used HW as short for hardware in my world. Just, it's just something that would tickle the kids. Tell them you're scared of butterflies. That'll just tickle them. I'd always tell them, oh, bring a butterfly around out of that petrified, just that's just the way to have fun with the kids. You got kids around, you got to have some fun with them, right? So something that makes no sense, just crazy silliness. Kids love it. They love that. How could you? Thumbs down, Greg. I don't know. Some people don't like it. They got 7 thumbs down. Can you imagine that? Body rage. Trolls lives matter. Okay. Soak your worms in cold water. Yeah. So if you soak them in water, supposedly they'll extrude the dirt, and then you can take them and dry them out, grind them up, and cook them. Into powder. Some people do that. Hermit crabs. They love Greg. Anyway. So there is that channel, The Prepared Mind. He always shows his logo, him smoking a cigar. His logo is him with a cigar. I ain't never seen him put a cigar in his mouth on his channel, though. Y'all saw me smoke a cigar, and y'all seen me with a pipe. Smoke a pipe. I smoked a pipe and I smoked a cigar on some of my videos. Not that I'm condoning smoking, but the one I did the cigar smoking on was the one where I can't find it. Let's go over here looking for it. I thought I had it saved. Where's it at? I don't know where it's at. Somewhere around here I did a video on an invention. And my invention was the smoking mask. So I had a mask with a hole in it, 2 holes in it, one for breathing and one for smoking. And I would not recommend it. And no, I'm not going to light this cigar up right now, okay? Hope that don't bother y'all, but I'm just not going there. I don't smoke in my house. And about the only time I ever really smoke is when I'm taking a long country drive And I got like 1 or 2 vehicles I'll smoke in. One of them won't even smoke in at all, and I don't do that much. So it's just an occasional treat, like when I'm taking a nice scenic drive or driving my old truck. And I like it when I'm driving Betsy Blue, I'm probably toking on a cigar. Greg, the colors in your hair are amazing. Oh, you like my colors? Thank you. All right, it's real. This is real stuff, guys. There's nothing dyed. This is all my natural colors. I'm a strawberry blonde, technically. So there you are. That's my hair. My beard used to be reddish. It's lost most of its color. If you were to look close, you can find a little red hair in it every now and then, a little bit. They don't show up through the video too well. There's still a little red in my mustache, but it don't show up too well on these videos. For some reason, the lights wash it out, make it look whiter. And I got a little gray in my temple. But my hair, blonde. I'm listed as a blonde, but it's really a strawberry in my driver's license, but it's really a strawberry blonde. Which technically, genetically, I think it's the same as a redhead. So there you are. Blue eyes. All right, what's everybody saying? The Lady Smoke Smokers Choice Cigar or Grape Cigar Puree. I don't know. Okay. Storm is here, is it? Is there something happening? Has something started happening since we came online here? Am I missing some news? I haven't heard no big alert. Okay, Gandalf, looking good. Thanks, Farm Girl Rebel. Appreciate that. Secret Truth. I'm red-headed, and you earned every one of those grays, don't you? That's right. That's right. We got people laughing here. I love gray hair. Yeah. Hey, I'm not doing bad. You know, still got my natural color in most of my hair. I know folks way younger than me who are total gray. Way younger, way younger. All righty. So got to pull out. Bowden's Wooden Wand of Wonders is made by Gorgeous Awesome for me. See that? Looks a lot better when it's not showing to you on the phone, right? It's probably the first time you ever saw this through my computer video. And then I got the, yeah, I do get some nice gifts from some of you guys. Blue Bottle's not with us right now, Bunny Farm, but that came from Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. Kind of letting it light up this globe here. Look at that. That kind of cute. So looking great, Greg. No worries. Well, I'm glad nobody's worried here. Need to lose a little weight. I've gained a little weight since the holiday season started. Boom Club. I'm blonde with a red beard. It's weird. Well, that's pretty much the way I was, Jeff. My beard used to be a lot redder. It was redder than my hair. But the beard turned kind of white over the days, so that's pretty cool. You know how it's going to be Gandalf and Santa Claus and all that stuff. Says it looks like a bone with a ball joint. Oh. Oh, this looks like a bone with a ball joint. Actually, yeah, it does kind of, don't it? This is an apple wood, believe it or not. And this was a gift from a couple who has a YouTube channel, and they go by Gorgeous Awesome. And they make gorgeous things. They make a lot of beautiful things with crystals and such. And the wood is apple, and they gave it to me and said it was apple for the teacher. And their appreciation was that I taught them about gardening and really started community gardening. They said they did it because they were watching my channel, and they got their community involved in it. They did it. They said because I was watching my channel, and I gave them all these ideas, and they were just so happy for it. And you know what? That made my day. That really touched me. Just what they told me that they had done with what they got from my channel. I really love that. My gardening videos don't get that many views though, and that's kind of disappointing. It really is. And they also gave me this. They made that. My son gave me this. That's the only thing my son's ever given me. So weird. You know what that is? So, oops. Gorgeous Awesome gave me a few other things. I got a little stone they gave me, somewhere in here, and a nice crystal. I'm not going to digging for stone. The crystal is right. It's right here. Somewhere close by. Yeah, I'm going to go digging for it today. It's right here. Oh, it's right there. Must have moved it. It's right here close by somewhere, though. They give me a beautiful crystal, green crystal. Oh, well. Close by. I got this one from the guy at who I used to see it at Dog Days a lot. I did not go to Dog Days today. That's another reason I'm live here now. I just didn't have time this morning to do the Dog Days flea market. Sorry, guys. I know y'all like that. I'll go back soon. Here, that's a pretty one. You know, geology is an interesting field, and you know, how crystals form. They're kind of neat. All righty. So sweeps Sub-Zero. I am in Tucson. Let's have coffee. All right. So you guys are meeting up and through my chat here. It's cool. I keep a crystal in my wallet at all times. So far, it hasn't worked. Yeah, well. All right, we got 380 people here, so we're starting to lose a few people. Looks like folks are coming out. Alrighty, folks. Uh-oh, I got more thumbs down, so somebody didn't like me showing crystals. Was that it? Was that it? I just got 3 more thumbs down. If you want to give me a thumbs down, tell me what, if something's bugging you, tell me what it is. Pretty sure Greg is 60. Now, hey, you guess that, Byron? Hello from Gilbert, Arizona. Yeah, Gorgeous Awesome is on Etsy. That's right. They are. They're on Etsy. They sell this stuff. So check them out. Check them out on Etsy. Yeah, I told somebody off there showing crystals. That, you know, some people do get offended by that kind of stuff. Come on, guys, they're geological things. I haven't been on here saying anything. I have a ton of crystals, man. I love using them. Says Luke Lance. All right. What kind of crystal is that? Well, that was quartz crystal. All right, what have I got here? I don't know where that was, but I was just bringing up, you know, the beautiful things that people give me. That's all, and give them a story behind it. I got some artwork down here too, and of course I've got that leaf on the wall over there that Connie gave me. She's not in the room right now, so I've got some nice little gifts. I appreciate everyone. So we're not going to stay on here too much longer. It's getting late. It's almost midnight my time. I haven't had dinner yet. But I want to come on here and just spend a little time with y'all because of everything going down. Our country is going nuts. But right now, it's been kind of quiet. This weekend has been really quiet. I mean, I've just been checking my emails and different things and messages and news services, just looking to see, is something popping? Is anything happening? And it's doing crickets, which is a good thing. A lot of things have been quiet, right? I love rocks and geology, period. There you go. Of all my stones and crystals. There you go, Soul's Eye. Give me cord is 10 thumbs up. There we go. Thank you. Soul's Eye says eat. And I'll have to do that in a minute. Gnomes are geodes are nice. Geodes, you mean? Geodes. All right. Seeker of Truth, ditto at Green Graves. I'm in Kentucky. Almost midnight here too. Yep. We're in Central Time Zone here. And yeah, whoever asked if I was 60 a minute ago said that it's pretty sure I'm 60. Yeah, you hit it. I'm 60. But I'm a young 60. Hey, my dad was almost 100 years old. He passed away last March, 3 weeks before his 100th birthday. My dad's 100th birthday will be in April. So I may have to, I've got some videos of my dad. I may have to repackage some of these videos and put them out to you guys again. Excuse me. My dad had some really valuable lessons I'd like to share with y'all. Watch the Irishman Great. Yeah, I had him talking about the Great Depression. Oh, excuse me, coughing here. 60 is new 40. There you go. So I got at least 4 more good decades on me. And who knows if I start eating right and taking care of myself, I should last a lot longer, right? A thumbs down or down counts. A view, it doesn't matter. Well, I say, guys, if you want to give me a thumbs down, tell me what's cooking. If you don't like something, tell me. And Shelly Meyer says, I'm 62. Well, my first wife was a couple years older than me. So, no big deal. In fact, for a month, she was 3 years older than me. And she was vain as all get out. So I teased her during that month. She was born in February and I was born in March. 14th Amendment. Yeah. So, Luke, I'm 26. All right, Luke. And H.W. Liberty says, med bed's coming. We can get 30 years back. There we go. There you go, Sweeps. I like that. 60's the new 30. Hey, I got a lot to do. I'm just starting, guys. I'm just getting started. And I'm on the verge of figuring out what I want to be when I grow up. I think I'm getting close to it. I might be getting close to it. I still got at least 2 good careers ahead of me. At least 2. 59, July 60. Okay. All right, HW. So I'm celebrating my birthday all month this year. There you go. That's good, soul's eye. Feel like 90, says Robert. Uh-oh. 70 and a half. All right, retard commentator. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Greg, would like to put together a jump drive on your videos for emergency purposes. Grid down. There you go. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing to download some of my videos, guys. Just to have, in case the net goes down, you want to get the lessons from them. And one of these days, I'm probably going to do these online courses and put some books out. I've got a bit of a book on raising worms that I send people a free guide when I sell them worms. But I got a more developed book I sell for people. Send me $10. I'll send them the book, and I'm going to develop that some more in the future. Ronnie McAllister, I remember those videos of your dad. There you go. Thank you. Never grow up. There you go. That's a good point. So I fall for redheads every time. There we go. Well, thank you, Sweeps. So Secret Truth, Jeff Perkins, he was our grandparents should be. Yep. So I might remix that. I'm also going to remix some video I sent some video to Ransom. He's got 420 Freedomist Films YouTube channel. And it was about freedom around the 4th of July. Well, he reposted that video back, I think about the 6th or 7th. I think it was on the night of the 7th of thereabouts of January. And I downloaded that because he put special effects in on top of my talk. And so I think I'm going to recut that up and repost that too. So I got a question for everybody here in a minute. My body grows, my mind is immortal. I have 2 worm bins below my bunny, and I have her eat all greens and stuff. Yeah, well, them ought to be some happy worms if they're underneath the bunny, because they love worm poop. I need coffee. What book for $10? It's my my bigger worm guide. It's the one I write. That's if you want to raise worms and things like that. So as I says, I like Ransom. All the Sun love Ransom. Oh yeah, he gave me a ride from the place we were doing the LeakCon at in Colorado to Connie's place where I got the leaf, and Connie gave me the ride to the airport. So please drop the link for the DC live cam. Well, hey, you know what? I'll put it in here. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Oh, I don't have it on this computer. Ding, 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 ding. Wrong computer. Hang on. Give me a second. I'll do that right here. Give me one momento, please. Better? That's the way you say you're welcome in German. Bitte? How do you say you're welcome in Italian? We'll go to Raymond Folder's Disney World for this. How do you say you're welcome in Italian? Grazie, thank you. How do you say you're welcome in Italian? What does everybody know about that one, huh? That's how to say you're welcome in Italian. Prego, prego. Let's see, yeah, somebody might have said it, but I don't see it in the scroll room yet. Prego, like the spaghetti sauce. I have been to Italy. Believe it or not, I've not been to Germany. But I did learn a little bit about speaking German. I had a lot of German friends. My son went to Germany. Give me a second. I'm cutting and pasting this. I'm going to put this in the chat room. I think I got it open here. Here we go. Give me a second. There is the, I just posted it. There is the DC live cam from Reagan National Airport. Things are still looking peaceful there, as far as I can tell. Update. It's not like it's moving. There we go. Yeah, things are peaceful there. Just traffic rolling around still. Let me come back to here. All right. So drop that down. Bam. So I was working that on my main computer instead of this laptop because I didn't have that page open on this thing. Let's see. There you are. Kidding. Makes it easier to watch the chat than trying to switch between screens up here where the computer is, the camera's on. So, yeah, y'all seen me go to my main computer though when I use my phone for my live chats, and y'all saw me bringing stuff up on it, showing you how I posted a video. I posted a video live while in a live chat with you guys. Y'all remember that? Wasn't too long ago. Thank you for DC Airport link. I subscribed. Okay, cool. All right. Prego, says Dr. G-Man's place. That's right. That's that's welcome in Italian. Grazie is thank you. Gracias is thank you in Spanish. More people know that. So what? Should be music from All in the Family. I understand German. Nein means no. That's right. Eins, zwei, nein. Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, neun. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And on you go, right? 20 is swatches. Swatches. Get my tongue tangled on that one. There you go. I always thought it was funny, Cool Runnings. You know, the guys doing the bobsleds, they'd always count down the bobsleds in German. So those guys from the islands, Caribbean islands, they count down drei, drei, zwei, eins. That's kind of funny. So, Vivian, are you going to do pre-prepare video before inauguration? Pre-prepare? Oh, you think I should do one and then post it before the inauguration? You want to go live at inauguration? I don't know. Dummkopf. Yeah, we used to hear that a lot on Hogan's Heroes, right? Guten Tag. Guten morning. Guten Morgens. Guten Morgens. Guten Tag is good day, by the way. Guten Tag. So you got Morgan and Morgans. Guten Morgens. I used to see one of the old last guy. What was his name? The last guy, a German guy from the rocket team, worked at Marshall, worked in my building till a year before he died. He lived to be 99, I believe. I can't remember his name all at once. I know him. He used to see him all the time. And Von Braun told his people, don't speak German. He said, speak English. So I'd always say, anything I say to him in German, he'd say back in English, woher kommen Sie? How goes it with you? Or how's it, is woher kommen Sie is how goes it with you? Es geht mir sehr gut. It goes good with me. Es geht mir sehr gut. No, I've not been to Germany. So, but I knew some of these German guys, so I had a little fun with it. And my most fun I have with it is hearing some guys talking German. I can tell they're talking German, so I walk up to them. Woher kommen Sie? Or no, I'll say, no, more likely I'd say to them, what would I say? Yeah, woher kommen Sie? Where do you come from? That would be the most likely thing I'd say to them. Then turn around and say, ich komme aus, whatever city they're from. Ich komme aus is where I come from. Woher kommen Sie is where from do you come? That's what he said in German. And then turn around and start talking all kind of German to me. And I back up and say, ich spreche kein Deutsch. It's just, I don't speak any German. And that's true. I don't speak any German. I speak maybe Disneyland German, like Raven was talking about. I've never been to Disneyland. Actually, I've been to what used to be the Pan Pacific Hotel in Anaheim. That looked right over. I guess I always get the two mixed up. I think it's Disney World in Anaheim, Disneyland in Florida. I'm paying if I get mixed up. I could look down from my room right into the park. I didn't go over. I never had any interest in Mickey Mouse. No, not the least a little bit. So I was right there next to it. So I've never been to that. I wouldn't mind seeing Epcot Center though. I could go to watch Epcot Center. That would be interesting. That'd be about the only thing I'm going to see is Epcot Center and the monorail. So anyway, we've had a little fun tonight. Do you know Von Braun? No, I never met him. I knew a lot of his people. Von Braun passed away in the 70s. I was still in high school, late 70s. I think it might have been 76. I used to, I went to Conrad Dannenberg's house in Winter Dom. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. I've cut Christmas turkey at Conrad Dannenberg's home a few times. So I spent a few Christmases with Conrad Dannenberg. Look him up, Conrad Klaus Dannenberg. And I knew Ernst Stillinger. Ernst Stillinger was he headed up the Marshall Space Flight Center Space Sciences Lab for a while. He was the chief scientist out of Peenemünde. He designed a lot of the guidance stuff on the V2 rocket. He did. He actually built some of the electronics that flew on America's first satellite, Explorer 1, in his garage up on Montesano Mountain. How about that, guys? Yeah, there's a lot of funny tales. A lot of funny tales. So what we got here in the room? I loved Epcot Center. Okay, we are Dust in the Wind. Yeah, there you go. That's one of my favorite Kansas songs. Dust in the Wind. My alma still says that to me. Oh. So I think the troops are his, not the other way around. Well, that's a possibility. Whispering Wind, she always says, okay, you miss your granny. Bill Gates may be the boogeyman himself. That wouldn't surprise me. The boogeyman, that's what I am. I'm into whatever I can. Shake, shake, shake. I can't remember that. I was listening to that. I had them playing on my loudspeakers. I'm driving down a road in Alabama, right next to where I grew up, farm next to the one I grew up on, and suddenly all I saw was eyeballs in the road. I drove up into a herd of black Angus cattle, and I didn't see them. They turned around and looked at me, and all I saw was all eyeballs everywhere. And I went dodgy, hit my brakes, and I still got one in the rear end. Took out a quarter panel on the old 68 Ford Galaxy, Ford Galaxy 500 I was driving at the time. Had to redo that. Cow did not fare well. I've taken a cow, and I had a herd of deer jump in front of me on Marshall Space Flight Center one time. And I was driving a rental car because my car was in the shop, and it totaled that rental car. I rented that car with a MasterCard. And there was that so-called deal that they would cover things. I didn't have anything, but they thought they'd cover anything outside insurance. The only insurance I carried at the time was my old. I always drove junkers pretty much, except for one car. And I only bought one car new, and then that was a program car, and that would turn out to be a lemon. So I thought that was not a good deal. So I prefer to drive junkers. This is my favorite kind of car to drive. I'm a junker man. But that old car, it totaled that rental car, and a MasterCard paid for it. They might have paid for it, which I was happy with. But that deer, that was a nice rack on him. They jumped from over jumped this ditch bank down. Those several just jumped out in the road in front of me, and I went dodgy again. Couldn't dodge them all. Like playing asteroids. You remember playing asteroids on the old games in the arcades? Back to 70s. All right. Let's see. Is it live or is it Memorex? There you go, Kevin. Jim's Place. Green Gray is not sure about this one. I've heard the NRA went belly up. No, they didn't go belly up. They filed bankruptcy, and that was really so they could restructure their systems because they're relocating to Texas. They've been in New York, but New York has been giving them all kind of grief, and so they decided to get the heck out of New York City. So they're heading to Texas. It's like Remington came to Huntsville, but they went bankrupt too, unfortunately, and they shut their plant down. Yeah, they are filing. They're claiming bankruptcy to avoid, NY tax. That's right. To avoid the New York tax. So you can blame them. New York take the tax money from them and turn the same tax money around and fight them with the tax money. It's like, okay, you pay your tax money to the government, and they'll take the tax money that you paid them and fight you with it. Yeah, all right. So can't eat the horns. Porcupines eat that kind of stuff though. Ford Galaxy was classy. Wheat chassis. I don't know. I went airborne a few times with it. I didn't go crunchy like the Dodge Challenger in the back, and the old Dukes of Hazzards. Never. But I hit a cool cow with a quarter panel. I mean, I just put in another fender. I bought an old fender, beat it out. Actually, I think I beat it out and fixed it, on some boards. Good for all Texas. There you go, sweeps. Hey, Greg, I still drive a 91 Subaru. Well, I got a 76 Chevrolet C30. I call her Betsy Blue. She's been in a few of my videos. And then I got two 98 Chrysler product vehicles. One's a Chrysler Town and Country, and the other's a Dodge Caravan. And I've got, I swore I'd never buy another Dodge, but I did. Those were actually pretty good. I worked for Chrysler when I got out of college. And I was doing test program sets, which tested electronics units for M1 tank. And so I had to write the software and design the hardware to test these black boxes in the M1 tank to figure out where they had gone bad to be able to isolate the failures to shot replacement unit. And we did it with a software language called Keltar. I've done the same kind of thing for the F-15 aircraft too. And the most predominant language in test program sets, TPS, is this language called Atlas, which was developed by the airline industry, but they don't use it anymore. So definitely done these things. Night, Greg and Swivel Heads. Thank you. Stay alive. All right, Brandy, appreciate you being here. So I'm still looking for a van. Anyway, when I worked for Chrysler, I bought a Chrysler program car. It was a Dodge Daytona Shelby. Had a turbo on it, and it was fast, and I had a seat that, you could inflate all these things, turn all these little heaters, and that thing would just do everything in the world. And it was fast, but that old car was junk. You talk about a weak chassis? Oh, yeah, that had a weak chassis. I got rear-ended on it. It crumpled up in the back, and seat broke, and the old engine had problems. The first thing that died in is everything electrical, everything was electronic wiring, which all that stuff was built by the other division of Chrysler that was in town called Pentastar. So that was a piece of junk. Oh, Pentastar plant. They built a new plant and was building stuff there, and then they wound up going bankrupt. That is where Remington went. And Remington went bankrupt. Same place. You don't want to go to that place, probably. Maybe that's the problem to the jinx. Anyway, Kevin Mason, I have a bicycle. Yeah, I got a few bicycles myself. I actually bought one live on my channel here. Actually, I bought a couple of bicycles on one of my flea market trips. The biggest thing I ever got at the flea market was a bus. I bought a 40-foot bus at a flea market. It was also the most expensive thing I ever bought at a flea market. How about that, guys? And that's the newest vehicle I own. It's a 2002. Yeah, 2002 Thomas built bus from a flea market. Don't imagine that, guys. 10% grade. Okay, that's a pretty good drive there. 10 path. I'm driving up Metro. Okay. Let's see, 66 Chevy Palo. Yeah. Now my truck's got the biggest engine of anything I've ever had. It's got a 454. I had a Buick LeSabre one time, had a 427. It had a engine that came out of a Trans Am. My Fords, I either ran, most of them had either 302 for some of the Galaxies, but I had a little Falcon that had a 289, I believe it was. That little sucker would fly. But I had a 390s was my favorite engine. I had a couple of 390s. Those engines were tough. I couldn't tear a 390 up to save my life. Those were tough engines. I loved 390, and those puppies would fly. They would fly. So my big old Buick LeSabre. That old thing was rusty. It would fly. And I thought I was Moses when I drove that thing. I'd be going down the road, and the sea of cars would park in front of me. I think people would just look up in the rearview mirror and go, ah! I was Moses. Yeah, I'm an Allison from Alabama. You know, it's Allison's in Alabama. Dude, we aren't known for having a lead foot, okay? I will come and drive it, Greg, says Shelly. 357 Cleveland. Okay, that's nice. Just to be, I had an 83 Bluebird Wonder Lodge, 35 foot. Wow, okay, cool. I drove a bus for 18 years. All right, Shelly, maybe show me how to do it. I drove it a little bit, but I really, I'm still rusty on driving that big old thing. But I'll be driving that thing across country a fair bit one day soon, I hope. I'll be coming around to different farms, and tribe groups are starting up and doing some video. So I got a question for everybody. I'm going to go make a little trip tomorrow down and back to Albertville. I'm not going to say what kind, because I want the world to know when I'm not going to be here. I want to make sure somebody's going to be here when I'm not, because I do worry about, you don't want to tell people where you're at and when you're going to be gone. Okay, you don't ever do that. It's a bad move, bad security move. But I'm thinking about going I'm going to my dad's place. Basically, my dad passed away. We're trying to sell his estate. I'm going to pick up some of the tools and other things from there. I'm probably going to drive my truck. It might make it a little hard to do this, but I'm thinking about doing a few live session videos. Driving down, at least going through Gunnersville, the town I was born in, because it's a river town. It's kind of a pretty place. And I don't know, I might even drive around and show you some of the place I grew up. I don't know how the signal would be. So what do y'all think about that? Would y'all like to see some live sessions, me just driving in like that? And maybe we can chat about what's going on, and there may be some stuff going down tomorrow. I don't know. Is this something y'all like to see? Tell me. So Greg, yeah, we'd like to see it. Or Greg, don't bother. Y'all interested in that? All right. So Granny Lanny says, Allison, all the way. You guys are talking my talk. There you go. The only bus I had was a 71 Ford B600 with a superior body. Yeah, I got a Cummins engine in mine. Let's see. Debbie says, are you going to make the bus into a camper? Yes, I'm going to live in the darn thing when I'm going back and forth. That's where I'm going to stay when I'm in Arizona, almost exclusively until I build my universal habitat out there. I'm going to build one there and build one here. That's my plan, guys. That universal habitat is going to be revolutionary. You're going to have to see it. And all right, so I wants to see. Okay, I'm getting some people say, sure, love to see it. Yeah, sure. All right, guys, it will probably be around lunchtime tomorrow, most likely, give or take 5 hours. And I won't probably be putting out any announcements, and I might do a couple separate sessions. So just kind of keep on the watch tomorrow. Keep on the watch, and we'll see what happens. So Sozai says she's in Oregon. Marfugal News has a sponsor who developed Muffer scaling snake oil. That is junk. I wouldn't have it. I think I'm gonna buy one just to fry it on a video, because I like them. I know I'd smoke those things, guys. talk about that. Yeah, and old Ben Banoon, Steve Banoon promotes that stuff too. Yep, it's robust, EMP ready. Well, I know my old Chevrolets don't have any computers in it. So, yeah, probably. Ben from Suspicious Observers Channel is setting up something in Colorado. Yeah. The Valley of the Sun, right? Greg, we use copper mesh. There you go. That's good. So raise your hands. Raise your hands, Arizona, folks. Okay, how many of us we got in Arizona in here? So if I start raising crops in Arizona, does that mean I'll be raising Arizona? Hey, that's one of my favorite movies, guys. Raising Arizona. Y'all like that movie? See what everybody's got to say. What's your, you ain't ate supper yet. Yeah, you're right. I got to go eat something here in a minute. You're right. Forgetting that stuff. Those crops will die. Well, I got my method for how I'm going to grow stuff. I got that covered, guys. I watched some video and the guard had no magazines in their guns. Well, then, yeah, then they're not too serious. Of course, you can have your magazine on you. Don't mean you got to have it. You can have it close by. Don't take but a second to slap one of them puppies in to a 16, my friends. We've got a couple of people been trying to get the governor down there replaced. We got a member of our Freedom Restoration Foundation's been kind of working on that some. I bet the guys on duty have magazines. Yeah. Much love. Time for Alan Watts wind down. Alan Watts. Yeah, future president of our other new republic, right? Greg, please do a demo on the EMP protector. It'd be spectacular destruction demonstration. Yeah, I've been talking to my friend. I got a friend who's got a lot of nice lab equipment, or he had a lot of it. He may have sold it off. Tim Pickens. Tim Pickens was with me doing rockets way back in the days. And so we've been thinking about setting something up just for fun. So that means I got to buy one to fry it. I got to buy one to fry one. And I think those things are about $300 or $400, something like that. Born in Tucson, Arizona. Well, Tucson's a nice town. It used to be the capital of the L5 Society, the headquarters of the L5 Society. Which the L5 Society merged the National Space Institute and became the National Space Society. And I was at one time chairman of the executive committee, which meant I was the CEO of the National Space Society. I even hired George Whitesides, who's now the CEO of Virgin Galactic. And no, I don't think I'd want to be flying on the spaceship too, even though you might see a picture of it right back over there. And my hybrid rocket motors, I used to fly from balloons, was the granddad of that motor. But I got some concerns about that stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's after midnight. We've been going for a couple of hours almost. So I think it would be a good time to wind her down here. I wrote an email about AZ property that have never heard back. Oh, you wrote an email to me? Do you need help with those emails? I've got I got a person helping me. She was on one of my previous videos. She's helping with some of it, but we're a little behind on some of it. That's Leanne. You know, I did the video. She actually went to DC on the 6th, and we did a video together. Says, what's wrong with that Jeep? You should Zoom chat. Get my number from Greg. Okay. We might have a separate Zoom chat with some people here soon. Lady Dagger says, how you doing? Good night, everyone. 1 a.m. here. Yeah, you're in New Jersey, I believe. New Jersey or Pennsylvania? You said New Jersey. New Jersey. Lola Joy, sweet dreams, Lady Dagger says. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I think it's a good idea that we go ahead and wrap it up. Do we have any prayer requests? Anybody got any issues? Anything we want to pray about tonight? No, this is not a religious channel. I'm just Sometimes it's part of our community. Community thing. Oh, we got 11 thumbs down. Somebody else give me a thumbs down. Holy smoke. Just a Faraday cage, a radio or so. Yeah, we did that on a video, but I took her down. I'll do another video on that. Grand Canyon is cool. Yeah, I won't be that far from Grand Canyon. The petrified forest to be closer to me, though. Pray for, please. Granny, I did get some email from you, Granny, way back a while. You asked for my foot size or something like that. I wear about a 9. Pray for America. There we go. There we go. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at the screen here where the text is. That's why I'm looking down. So looking at y'all up here. My camera's up here. My text screen's down here. Pray for our new farm. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good idea. So Sweep's going to be working with me on this farm project. So I'm looking for her as my sharecropper in Arizona. And Vicky's heading this way. She's going to spend a little time over here doing some apprentice work with me. And then she's heading up to Arkansas. All right, folks, enjoyed tonight. Prayers for you. So let's do a little quick prayer session. Everybody pray according to their own faith. I'm not here to tell you how to pray. I'm not a preacher. I'm not even a saint. But, I do believe in the greater creator and the power of prayer. I'm up in Flagstaff. Oh, Flagstaff's a lovely, beautiful place. I love that area. Pray for oceanfront property in Arizona. Well, I don't know. I think it would take quite a catastrophe. I don't know if we want to see that happen. Like Chan Thomas type stuff. I don't know Chan Thomas. Vicky, there you are. I pray first always, thanks for the innumerable blessings. Now, that's the first thing we should do is give thanks for the blessings we have received, whether they are aware of them or not. We all have lots of blessings. Hey, I've got air to breathe. It's not, 60 below zero. It's not 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm sitting here peaceably in my house with a lot of friends in the chat here. There's a lot of blessings here, my friends. Lots of blessings. I can't talk and breathe. I can taste, but no smell. Oh, Granny, do you had the bug? Let's say some prayers for Granny. We pray for Granny in the past. I love your beard, hon. Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I see you 812. That's an interesting name. I see you. All right. So, and God bless us all. Okay. Pray according to your own faith. That's all I'm going to say. So we'll just have a little moment of silence here. Okay. All right, folks, do this. We still live in a country that's under tremendous tension. We may have a peaceable week this week, but it don't mean it's going to stay peaceable. Especially if they start coming around and take away certain things from certain people, that could get really kinetic. And there's other things that could cause kinetic activities. If Mr. T, President T, he takes and does some things some of the people expect it. And the other side is going to get kind of energetic too. So the divisions in this country are still here. If this week is a little bit quieter, it doesn't mean that they're not here. I don't know what's going to happen on Inauguration Day. The Simpsons thought it was going to be Doomsday. It might be onto something. There's still international tensions. They're off the charts too, with Iran and China. So I don't know, my friends. I would say this: gas up, top your tanks off, fill some extra gas cans up. Make sure you got plenty of food for a few weeks, if nothing else. Get your grocery stores, go to big box stores. Have a communications plan with your family in case things go down. Talk to your family members, your friends. Have a rendezvous point. Say, if we lose power, we lose this, come here, or we meet there. It's better if you can come to one of your homes, because everybody won't be able to necessarily show up at a specific time, especially when you don't know what's going to go down. It's best if you can have everybody come to your home, or you go to somebody else's home or place and just meet there. Then once everybody's there, you can figure if you need to go somewhere else. But have friends, have each other's backs. If you're starting a group or a tribe, make sure you know who you're bringing into it more than anything. Go do background searches, do different things like that. But, just take care of yourselves. Think ahead. Use your head, your heart. Sometimes it's hard to discern some people, but that's one of the background checks really come in handy if it's somebody you don't know that well. If you want to join our tribe movement, you can email me at info@freedomrestorationfoundation.org. That same email, put tribe in the subject line. If you want to help us for our freedoms, the sanctuary movement I mentioned, put freedom in the subject line. Yeah, we are working these. It's taking us a little time. We got a lot of email. So my apologies if some of this has taken a while. Arnold says we're living in prophecy. Yeah, it does kind of look like that, my friends. All knees will bend. There you go. And peace and liberty, says Georgiana. I like that. I see you 812. Anybody needs anything, I want to help. There you go. See, that's the attitude. Even Chevy and autism and Krause. Make sure you know the location of a natural spring. Good point. I do have a natural spring close to here. I've got a well too. I'm going to put a well in Arizona also. Not everyone, not Greg says 10 het man. There you go. If you haven't, give me a thumbs up on your way out. Please give me one. If you're feeling like a thumbs down, if you're not happy, or tell me what, if something's eating at you, let me know what it is. Come on, guys. Man up. Say what it is. Hey, don't like the color of your hat. You're too loud. Whatever it is. So, and the battle wages on like a toy soldier step. Yeah, there we go. 1 tin soldier rides away. That song. Okay, I will email you, Greg. We are interested. Get that going for us. All right, so I think we'll need to move north before south. Thinking of warming. All right, guys. So just keep your heads on, stay centered, don't panic. Like I said, I've seen YouTube channels tell you, don't panic now. I'll tell you when to panic. Greg says, don't ever panic, even if it come in at you, because you're not going to think. Be centered. Keep your wits. Keep your mind. That's the best way to deal with an emergency, is right there. That's the most important thing you got, aside from your place with your maker, okay? It's your ability to think your way through things. And if you're panicking, you're not thinking. Now, sometimes you might have to move real fast, and you need some adrenaline. It's still best if you keep that head on your shoulders. Keep that head on your shoulders. That's one of the things they teach in martial arts too. And if you want to be effective, that's how you do. If you're panicking, you're going to get creamed. I don't go thinking you're John Wayne or Rambo either, okay? That's Hollywood. You're not standing out and open and doing what those guys do. You won't last 4 seconds. Probably not a split second. Now don't be Rambo, guys. No Rambo here, okay? Panic never ends well to the panic. That's right. Amen to that. Amen, Vicky. But you know, prove that hair is fake, please. What, Travis? How about that? I'm pulling on it. This is my hair. There we go. Yeah, when you put it under the hat, it kind of squishes down, it hangs out, and makes it look like, you know, maybe I got it glued to the hat, right? There's some people that wear hair like, no, this is me, guys. This is 100% all me. Yeah. It's real stuff. All right, we happy with that? Yeah, that's my chin strap. I don't like it on my chin. My chinny chin. So my hat has a ponytail. You see that? I've been out in the windy wind when I need something on my chinny chin. I'm here, my anyway. All right. Poop stuff. Sorry, what was that? Greg has designer hair naturally. Well, thank you. I'm only worried about my 10-mile radius of my family there. All right, Jeff. I have to go outside and smoke this guy now, huh? It's like Willie Nelson without the hat. Uh-oh. Willie Nelson, I'm not. Yeah, he's a lot richer. Probably sings better too. Yeah, I might sing a little bit for you too, but you might not like it. I do a little bit every now and then. So, all right, guys. I believe it's Atlanta. Granny Atlanta says, can someone type me the link? Oh, hang on. Hope I spelled it all right. All right, so 3 words, info at freedomrestorationfoundation.org, all together. Oh, Donna, thank you. Greg, you need braids. Uh-oh. All right, also, if you want to email me personally, I might not even see those emails because Leanne will probably process those. So if you want to email me personal, I used to use that for this email for that stuff, but since I'm not using it now for that, I have a business email, a Green Graves email, but I don't want to put that out too much because I want to keep that as business. Hang on. If you want to send me a personal note, send it to this address. Well, thank you. I see you 812. Says I'm handsome. Well, thank you so much. Hey, Gorgeous Awesome's here. Thank you. Hey, Gorgeous, did you see me showing your Woden's Wooden Wand of Wonders? I showed it here tonight. I showed my necklace you made me. And we mentioned you had an Etsy page. So everybody go check out the Etsy page. And I mentioned the letter that y'all sent me. So, and how that touched me, how you said you went to community gardening and what all that did for y'all based on my videos, and how this wood was apple wood, an apple for the teacher. Yeah, I mentioned all that. So good to see you here. Good to see you here. All righty. Well, I think we're about to go. We've had a good night here. All the sun, Strawberry Blonde Straight. Yeah, that's me, Strawberry Blonde Straight. Big Bear, this old Kentucky hit can take care of himself. There you go. Thank God I'm a country boy. Country boy can survive. Yeah, remember that song? 2 good songs. I guess Chris, did you Did you any work on the Mercury rockets? No, I'm not that old. Not that old, guys. Mercury's were flying in the 60s. You know, I met the guy who designed it. He's dead now. What is his name? The guy who designed the Mercury capsule. The guy's the lead on that. Oh my gosh. He also tried to come up with a space station. It was on. What's his name? It come to me later. Max Faget. Max Faget designed the Mercury, Gemini capsules, a lot of stuff for the Apollo capsule. And he came up with a free-flying space station, tried to commercialize it, but NASA kind of squashed it. Max Faget. What's his name? Sounds like a designer for clothing, don't it? But no, that's his name, Max Faget. So, Gorgeous Awesome says, you were awesome. Oh, man, it takes one to know one, right? You got to be awesome to know awesome. So I know you're awesome. Max Faget. Are you from Kentucky? Are you talking to the one up above who said Kentucky? I'm not. I live in North Alabama. Well, country boys do survive. That's right. That's right. Country boy can survive. Well, Hank Williams Jr. He's got a good voice for singing. I remember watching Mercury rockets growing up. Yeah, I did too. I saw them when I was a little kid. So yeah, those things were flying. First one in 1961. Alan Shepard wrote a Mercury rocket. Suborbital was the first American space flight, and he flew on a Redstone rocket. And Redstone rockets are from Redstone Arsenal, and that is where I work when I'm working from my office. Well, we haven't done that since I guess April. They sent us home, but I work from Redstone Arsenal. And for those that don't know, Redstone Arsenal just got the Space Command. Space Command is coming to Redstone Arsenal. And I saw a silly video from Florida Marquis trying to draw some kind of line from Eglin Air Force Base to Nashville through the Redstone Arsenal. And they claimed that's why Space Command was going there. I don't know, and he connected it to his so-called Pentagons in the Yucatan. And he connects weird stuff. And he's did a video with all these little Pentagons all through the jungle. Oh, look, they got all these facilities here. There's no logistics. There's nothing going in and out. What's that guy smoking? Come on, guys. Fort McKee. Nah, guy smoking something. I remember Sputnik going up. Okay, Vicky. Cool. That I don't remember. I wasn't born yet. Yeah, Sputnik went up in 57, which is the International Geophysical Year. Like I said, I knew the guy who put the avionics in our first satellite, Explorer 1, and that was Ernst Stillinger. And yeah, he built some of that in his garage, part of it. And you might remember Ernst Stillinger, Wernher von Braun did a photograph, him holding an Explorer with James Van Allen. And what's his name? I was talking about him on Breakfast Show the other day, who started JPL, and there was another guy. There's four of them in that photograph. The founder of JPL. Come on, what's his name? That was one interesting guy. But I think that's probably the only time that those two were together. A lot of people thought that he and von Braun were Parsons, and there was no Jet Parsons. Yeah. Von Braun didn't have much to do with him. His rockets, the guy designed the JATO motor, and I've used the JATO motor case to put a hybrid fuel grain in and fire on a test stand back in the 90s. JATO motors were interesting jet assist takeoff motors. They put them on the aircraft. But those JATO motors, what Parsons was playing in was, like firecrackers compared to the Saturn V rocket engines that we were doing at the Marshall Space Flight Center back in the day. All right. I'm a hippie girl. I'll make it, says Granny. Good. Let's see. It was the first thing on TV. Neighbors. Yeah. When he was little. Yeah. When I remember when I was a kid, they'd interrupt all the cartoons with their space missions. And I wonder, why are we doing that? We've already been on the moon, because I know Bugs Bunny was on the moon. I saw it. Let's see. There we go. Do you have any peppers here? Don't know any preppers here. Don't know any preppers there? Well, become a prepper. Become a prepper. then you'll have a prepper there. Be you. Oh yeah. One final advice I want to give: get seed, get them now. This is the perfect time to be buying seed anyway. And there's usually a rush on seeds. More people are getting in the garden. That's why I was saying there's going to be more and more of a rush. I'm expecting a seed shortage. There's been, because of the bug going around. There's talk about more of that. And Mr. P, B, it is Mr. B becomes the P, the POTUS. He's talking about really shutting things down. If he does, it may be hard to get stuff. Maybe really hard. Get it while the getting's good. So you can always go to, most of my videos have a link to Truly Market. I haven't posted any links below this video now. I don't know if I will or not. It's getting late. I'm probably going to eat. So go and buy your seeds. Buy your seeds now. You want heirloom seeds, air pollinated seeds. Truly Market has great deals on heirloom seeds. You go to my links underneath so many of my other videos, the ones I seldom post links under a live session. I mean, I might do it sometime, but I usually do when I upload a video. So go to some of my other videos and look underneath them for the links to Truly Market, like the one I just posted about the RF thing, the electronic warfare that was going on in Washington, D.C. Apparently that's over for now. Will it crank back up? What's going to happen on the 20th? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's hope it ain't crazy. Get heritage seeds with no GMOs. Yeah. So they don't sell GMO seeds at Tree Leaf Market. That's a good thing about it. Tree Leaf Market. Help my channel and help you too. Help me and help you if you get them from there. Also, don't forget, you want to, before they start shutting things down and people can't be sending things around, I would say, hey, roughly 20% off. You can get 2 of these. Great deal. Go to prepwithgreg.com. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 2,000 calories a day. You'll be a winner. You can get a 2-week or a 4-week version of that. Each one about 20% off. Good deal. Great deal. It works out to about $8.10 or 11 cents, kind of in between the two, per day. That's like, I just went to a hamburger joint recently and spent 9 something. So there you go. I was 9 when they landed on the moon, says Granny. So was I. So was I. Exactly, Granny. We're pretty close. 20th is only 2 days away. Yeah, that's scary, ain't it? It was the 20th of July we landed on the moon. 20th of January. And I was out with my Halo 2 rocket, Halo Skylines 2, Halo SO2 rocket on the 20th of June in 1998 on the deck of the Pearl River barge out in the Gulf of Mexico. That darn thing got snagged on a launch and it became an arrow. It shot back at us on the deck of the boat. I was running for my life from my rocket. That rocket now hangs in the ceiling of the Straight to L Brewery in Huntsville, Alabama. So if you don't see my Halo SO2 rocket, yeah, it's hanging up there. My backyard, I got the DCX rocket, the Interstage and the avionics bay for it. If you see Ransom's video about the he put up on Freedom, he actually called it Unarmed Lives Matter. Go to his channel, 420 Freedomist Films, and you'll see little snippets of me scattered throughout it, mainly in the last half, talking about freedom. He filmed part of that from outside that museum in Alamogordo that has some of the other parts of this DCX rocket. And they had a DCX rocket. They have a Hall of Fame, and at one time they had a DCX Hall of Fame. And my name was at the top of the list, not because I got the rocket parts back here, but because I played a big role in pushing that thing into existence politically. Because I've been involved in a lot of politics in my life, and a lot of that has had very successful outcomes. That's why I think we can do good with this Freedom Restoration Foundation. I just need people to join it. Oh yeah, by the way, we do have a Facebook site. For how long they'll let that stay up. I think they already gave us a couple little strikes. So we got a Facebook site and we got a MeWe site, but we're setting up a web page. All right, guys, I went a lot further than I went to. It's already 12:36 here. Still got 253 people in here. That's amazing. 590 thumbs ups. Thank you for that, guys. I really appreciate that. maybe my record on thumbs up, 590. That's awesome. That is awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. Guys, still I was in the Pacific Northwest heading for my retirement property in Arkansas. There we go, Vicki. There we go. So Travis is some gematria, 1960. That's right, Granny. That's right. All righty. So, Granny, you and I are going to be pretty close. I know that. C812 gave 100%. Strong sign. Appreciate that. Amen, Cheney. That's all right. Got some thumbs up, some hearts. Still in silence. Have family member in Oregon. Yeah, all right, good. I'm in Utah, says Granny. Yeah, I used to go to Utah a lot. I used to stay in Ogden, and I'd go up to Promontory, you know, where they drove the railroad spike in. That's where the big rocket motor test. It used to be ATK. Before that was Thiokol. Now Northrop Grumman bought it out. I worked for Northrop Grumman a couple times. Fred Hayes signed my paycheck twice. You know, he was on Apollo 13. I cashed both checks, by the way. Let's see. North Carolina here. Okay, that's cool. Used to love going to the mountains in North Carolina when I was a kid for vacation. I lived in Spring Lake, North Carolina for a little over a year when I was in the Army stationed at Fort Bragg. So yeah, I was at Fort Bragg before I went to Fort Greeley, Alaska. All right, everybody. Yeah, it's a good time to call it good nights here. We done said our little prayer session. People are telling us where they're from. I really thank y'all for that. Guys, I thank everyone for being here. You're all awesome. We're all family. That's why we do this. We do this for family communication. This is our family reunion when we come in here. One of these days, I'm going to have a Green Greg's conference. I think we'll do it rendezvous style, outdoors somewhere. Green Greg's rendezvous. What do y'all think about that? Galactic Greg was awesome. Thank you, Stephenson. I did a video of the test fire on Galactic Greg's. I got another channel, Galactic Greg's. And I did a video, posted yesterday evening about the test firing we did for the Space Launch Systems, the Artemis 1, which is the name of the mission now, of the core stage firing. They had 4 RS-25 engines that fired. Didn't go the full run. It shut down after a minute. They had a failure ID, a FID, and a little like more of the thermal blankets caught on fire, but that wasn't the cause of the outage. So it'd be interesting to see what that's all about. They're still analyzing it. Maybe I'll do more of the video on it. So go ahead and check my Galactic Greg's channel and subscribe to that one if you're not subscribed to it. And check out the videos there. I need to build that channel up. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you watch this long, well, I'm amazed. If you watch this video this long and you're not subscribed, I'm amazed. But subscribe if you're not subscribed. Bang the notification bell and click off. All righty. I would love a rendezvous, says Souls. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Hey, we might even do, well, I don't know if I want to give away where my other site's at. That might be a good thing to keep secret. But yeah, Arizona might not be a bad place to do a rendezvous. So we'll have to figure out, we'll have to find us a nice place somewhere and do an outdoors rendezvous. Good night, everyone from Texas. Thank you, Susan. Alrighty, okie dokie. I say it a lot, Echo. All right, folks. I think I need to end this with the program I started on from the computer. So, okay, guys. I really appreciate everyone. You're all awesome. You're the best. And I'm just going to say good night. Everybody have wondrous dreams. And let's hope we have peace and prosperity through whatever's coming at us. That for those that want to take our freedom, I hope we can dispel them of that. And may we all live long and prosper. So thank you all.